heard about GrowBiz through a woman who I knew was a very effective local organizer of voluntary activities. And she contacted me and let me know that something was going to be happening around enterprise regeneration in the Blairgowrie area, Eastern Perthshire. And then I saw advertisements in the local papers inviting members of the public to public meetings where this would be discussed and the opportunity that was on offer would be made known to us. So I came on board very early on and was very interested in the proposal and the potential that it had for regenerating some of the somewhat declining economical fortunes of Blairgowrie area. What appealed to me about GrowBiz as I began to learn more about it was that its success was going to hinge on it being community-led. This was something that the people in the local community were going to have to work towards achieving. This wasn't a solution that was going to be imposed by some external organisation or somebody in authority who knew best. This was going to evolve depending on the voluntary and goodwill input of the local people. My expectations in the early days were just to get the process up and running, to educate myself, to learn to talk about this concept of enterprise facilitation in a confident and convincing manner, because it wasn't an easy thing to get across to other members of the general public. So the intention was to get to the point where we could engage an enterprising facilitator and actually have somebody engaging with the people who wanted to develop economic opportunities in this area. In the early days, in order to become a board member, you really needed to be available occasionally to participate in meetings with the enterprise facilitator, meetings of the board, and willing to talk about and introduce other people to the whole concept of GrowBiz. That was a key function that we had to perform in the early days. The board is there as the community representatives who manage the day-to-day and the evolving business of the organisation. We have several different structures, so they all require appropriate management and organisation. So we're responsible for the everyday running and the ultimate success of GrowBiz and Enterprising Eastern Perthshire. I think a good board is one that covers a lot of skills and abilities and histories, so that we need people from a variety of interests, a variety of industries, different backgrounds, different skill sets, so that GrowBiz has a very sure foundation on which it can continue to flourish. My expertise, I suppose, principally was I have organisational skills, I've established networks, so I'm pretty good at communicating with people, listening to people. My personal professional background was in secretarial and administrative work, so I had experience of working with both large companies and third sector and voluntary organisations, membership organisations, so a fairly broad spread of activity through my professional life. When you're starting up a project like this, a GrowBiz type of project, there are a couple of things to really keep in focus. One is that it is essential that it is community-led, community-driven, and the other is that the people who you want to support, you want to work with, make the effort to find you and come to you. Just as we're not a top-down organisation with our funders telling us what we have to do, so we're not an advisory body that is telling budding business people how they should manage their affairs. They come to us with specific issues that they'd like some guidance with. We try and find the appropriate people or the appropriate source of the information they need to plug the gaps in their own development. I think one of the significant things about GrowBiz that really appealed to me and continues to enthuse me is its dependence on the goodwill and the participation of individual members of the community, and not just the business community. People who've got skills, people who've got knowledge and are willing to share it with business people, with people who are wanting to expand their businesses or learn how to run their businesses more effectively. If we can engage people in the community to support people who are running businesses in this area, then we're really helping ourselves. We're not depending on external organisations or external advisors or specialists to come in and sort out local issues. We keep both the problems and the solutions local, and the advice is available from local experts. Yeah, I've been with GrowBiz since the very beginning, since those initial advertisements pulled me in, and the reason I'm still here is because I benefit so much from it myself. Not only do I meet and work with these lovely people, but I've been trained to be a business mentor. I've seen people respond to guidance and advice. I've seen people develop their businesses. I've been into shops where I know the people running them and I can see that they're growing and they're happy and they're successful. And of course the spin-off is to their families and to the local economy. So it's something vibrant, it's something forward-moving, forward-looking, and yeah, I want to be part of something that is continuing to develop.